is Mattea Twigg. I'm a sophomore and my major is health science. My plan is to work with special needs kids and to be an occupational therapist. When saying that out loud, it sounds really crazy that I'm really close to pursuing my dream, but it's also because I've had a really good support system along the way. This isn't going to be the why I chose my major type of story. This is going to be a story that goes a little bit deeper into what my purpose is and how I found it. Growing up, I grew up in a really big church, and if you're from Columbus or you've just driven down J.R. Allen Parkway, you've seen it. It's Cascade Hills Church. And when you look at it, it looks really big, and sometimes it can feel really big, and sometimes people are really shy, but the one time that I always felt super connected was during worship, because you can be whoever you are and just like worship and praise like however you are, and no one judges you. And that's kind of how I got connected and made most of my friends. After my parents got divorced, my light dimmed a little bit and I thought life was totally over. I couldn't understand why God would let this happen to my family and why things would happen, and so when I went to church, I would just go, but I didn't really feel the connection. Then middle school happened and I got a little more connected, and I had friends that helped me like find my purpose, and they really wanted to help me like take the next step. So I was in all of the clubs in school and I just felt super like approachable, and I was kind of like the people pleaser, and I felt like, I liked making people feel happy, and that's what I wanted to do like ultimately like with my life. So that's kind of why I started hanging out with everybody, and I tried making people feel like included even when they probably weren't. I would go up and I would sit with people at lunch when they were alone, and I especially felt myself feeling really close with the special needs kids. Ever since 6th grade, I would go to Special Olympics, and this is where I met Samaj, and I've met many other friends along the way through that. And they would go to, it was like a field day, and they would just, go out and do these activities and nothing would stop them, and that really inspired me because they were just out there being themselves, and like they didn't care what anybody thought of them. Then in high school, I found myself diving deeper, not only into what like I thought my purpose was, but just like overall like who I was. I really struggled with trying to like fit in high school, and I realized it was about standing out and just being yourself. So I was always challenged because I was a Christian in high school. People were always like, that's really stupid, like you're only doing that because it's the popular thing. And I really like was tested in my faith, and so I honestly just like went about my day and just like went to God, and I felt super connected, and that's when I got baptized and I started like defending my beliefs and standing up for myself a lot more. And I was super involved in the church, and I just got into the singing and just volunteering there constantly, and I'm there like 4 to 5 times a week. And now in college, I really feel like I have my purpose all figured out, and it's not that I know like what I'm going to do, but I know that whatever I do choose to do, like God has a plan for me, and I'm not gonna fail even if it's not what I thought I wanted to do. It's what I was meant to do and what I was supposed to do. And so I feel like that's what I'm supposed to show other people, is not that like if you're not doing what you think you should be doing, you're not on track. It's just as long as you're doing what makes you happy and what you feel is right, that's all you really need. Thank you.